Hi, Laurie Morse for step 3 in creating your health naturally. So I would love for you to remember that you're seeking your health at the same time your health is seeking you. So please try to remind yourself often that this pattern of perfect health, this pattern or blueprint of health resides in every single human being, including you. If you are alive today, the blueprint exists within you. And what we're looking to do in this phase is to tip our scales in favor of health, right? We want to keep adding to our choices. We want to keep adding our choices to this side of our scales so that eventually we tip our scales in favor of health. And we do that by being conscious and intentional and focused on our health. So there's two sides to this coin. On the one side of the coin is that we are choosing and focusing on health, and on the other side of the coin is that we are trying to get rid of disease, or we're worried about our disease, or we're trying to figure out what we can do so that we no longer have this problem. And those are two opposite and different, very different paths and very different essences. If you were to feel into both sides, you would feel the essence of aligning with health is very light and liberating and peace inducing. And the essence of trying to figure out how to get rid of a problem, a health problem, or how are we going to not, how are we going to get ourselves out of this disease is very heavy and intense, and it twists us up inside. So they're very, very different essences, and you want to get to know the difference between the two. Because of all of the choices there are that you have to choose from, to contribute to building your health, you want to start cultivating a sense inside of yourself of the right next step. And what I mean by that is that, well, let's start by saying if you're at a buffet line, if let's just say you've just gone to a fabulous buffet and it's quite large, you know when you're standing with your plate in front of the buffet before you've put anything on your plate that you're not going to eat every single thing. You're going to look at everything, you're going to pick the ones you want, and if you don't like something, you'll just not eat it and you'll go back and get something else. But 99% of the people are not going to eat every single thing at the buffet. So there's a lot of options for you to support your health. And you can't pick everything at once. You can't plant all the seeds there are to ever plant in your garden at once. I mean, you could, but you would get a tangled mess. And so what we're looking for is clear choices and steps that lead us into the unfolding of a beautiful garden. So when you survey all of the buffet options, and we're going to now go back to the ideas of what you have to choose for yourself as next health steps. You want to get really clear and really centered and really peaceful in the knowing that health is yours. All you're doing is welcoming it. You're not searching for it. You're not going out to try to find it. You're simply standing center, being centered, and welcoming health, welcoming it to blossom. And from that space, there's actually one or two, three at the most right next steps, and they just feel like the right thing. It's like something clicking in, like when you do a combination lock and it clicks and it's like, oh, great, it's opening. It's that kind of a feeling, which is very different from the opposite side, which is something that just makes us go like this. When we grasp at a choice because we're so scared that if we don't do something, we're going to get worse, and we don't want that. When we do that, when we grasp at choices like that, they're generally not our best next steps. So you want to survey your options and just kind of tap into them from that place of being centered in the trust that you are watering a seed that will absolutely sprout and give you a bountiful health. And then you'll you'll actually meet with the things that are the right next things for you. Now, I have a program called Creating Your Health, and if this feels like the right next thing for you, it will take you through all three of these steps in much more detail. There's an ebook to it. There are online conversations about it. There's a private Facebook page for people to learn about other people and how they're doing it. And then I also go on there regularly to answer questions that people have. And then there's also individual sessions as part of this supposed package. So there's more details on a web page, which I'll put below. But I just want you to consider that if what we've talked about in these videos rings true for you, and you feel like you just need a little bit more support or more meat to it, then consider involving yourself in this program, because it will expand upon these things, and it will help you without question to transform your health. And that is what I would like to help you do. So on that happy note, I am going to leave you to your 3 steps and look forward to you in any of my upcoming programs that are very specific to expanding on these steps and really moving your health from where it is now to where you'd like it to be. Okay, Laurie Morse signing off for Create Your Health Naturally.